Hello, hello, hello. It's just a pop-up, guys. Waiting on Jen to get in here. Hello, Shalima. Miss No Filter. Demanding, aren't we, Jen? Hang on one second. You missed me from yesterday. That's why you're demanding, huh? Hello, Cold Case Crystal. Dodging bullets. How is everyone today? I hope everybody's doing good. Come on now. You said you missed me. Now get your link and get your butt up here. I know I missed you yesterday. That's for sure. So is everybody doing okay today? There we go. There we are.
Hey, lady.
Hey.
Like I didn't just talk to you 3 minutes ago.
I know. It's been so long.
Now, what John Davis said yesterday, we can't go 2 minutes. Are we married?
Yep, that's it. I don't know any married people that go. Married people that I know of don't want to be around each other. So I don't know where he's coming off from that. Maybe it's his and Brandy's relationship is unlike any others. Maybe they stay connected. So maybe that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, we all need a break once in a while.
You mean you don't stay connected to Keith all the time?
Not constantly, no. That's why I usually tell you that I'm texting him while he's back there in the man cave.
There you go. Sorry about the cough, guys. My sinuses, my allergies are running rapid. Really bad lately. Dodging bullets, I'm so glad to see you in here. I don't think you've been in here too many times. We have not a clue what we're going to be talking about today, guys. No Filter has a couple of ideas, and she's going to get them started here in just a little bit. But
I didn't necessarily have ideas. I just had questions from you being on with John Davis yesterday and then having James on with you yesterday afternoon while I was waiting for my nugget.
Okay. And you need to clarify your nugget is your grandson, not your chicken nugget from McDonald's, right?
Well, hell, I could have been waiting on those too.
I thought this was your first time in a live chat, Dodging Bullets. I'm glad to see you here, hon. Make yourself at home. Anything that you want to say, this platform is made for everybody. Everybody that has respect and isn't crude or rude and all that good stuff. You know what I mean. Hello, country Christian. How are you today, hon? Cold Case Crystal, hello. She has a clean house, everyone. We're so happy for her. I don't have a clean house.
Can somebody come clean mine?
I started to say, Jen, do you have a clean house? We're happy somebody does, anyways.
It's cleaned at, but we're still living around boxes, so it's not clean.
Well, hopefully you'll get to unpack those boxes soon.
I hope so.
Has anybody watched the videos today? Let's see. No, it's not clean yet. Oh, she's still cleaning. Okay, well, good. Then you fit right in with the rest of us. We're still cleaning too. Our biggest milestone, though, to getting our house clean, getting up, huh, Jen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this morning was hard.
Oh, well, thank you, country Christian. I appreciate you showing the love. I appreciate that. It was a fantastic, well, I don't know about fantastic video, but, you know.
Yes, it was. Don't argue.
Okay, I won't argue. No more. I won't argue. I promise. Guys, we're just mainly being silly today. I mean, mainly. No dramatic, news flashes or anything like that. Although,
aren't we all silly?
True. I wanted to put it in the Bristol video that I put out this morning along with the other phone call, but this phone call was way worse than the other one. I did call this morning. I called the Hawkins County courthouse, and they did verify that, yes, the grand jury has already met this month, and they won't be meeting again until August. But just like when I called back in the first part of April, and they said that they were going to meet April the 11th, and then they would meet again in June, they did meet again in June. So where these other people are getting their information about there was no grand jury or anything is full of crap. The grand jury did meet this month. I can hardly wait to hear too, trust me. So, Miss Jen, do you have any news?
I don't specifically have news. I just wanted to cover some of these questions from yesterday.
Okay.
Like my first one was how many of us honestly believe, putting Lawson aside, because we all know Lawson is full of shit. Putting Ronnie Lawson aside, how many of us actually believe that Don, Candace, and Grandis passed that polygraph? Or is it like some are saying that the questions that were asked were easy enough to pass because it wasn't directly linked to, say, I won't say the word, but I'll go, did you take out your daughter?
Right.
Did you intentionally take her out? Did you intentionally do something to hurt Summer? Unless they tiptoed around the questions. Do you know what happened to Summer? Do you know where Summer is? Unless they sugar-coated questions rather than, nail them with the hard questions.
Right.
Because the only way that I can see, honestly, that they would have passed these polygraphs is if everything was sugar-coated.
Right.
And I don't believe the whole thing that, Candace was so distraught that, they couldn't get a read on her on the first one. She had to go back. I think Candace was high as a kite, and that's why they told her to come back. Right. Just my personal opinion. I have no proof of this. So, this is supposed, alleged, however you want to put it. I have no verifiable proof. So just my personal opinion.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things. I did not know this. I was told this morning, and I thought that I didn't think Don B's video last night was, bad or anything. I thought it was a good video, but I was told this morning that one of the reasons he did that video was because that was one of the questions on the polygraph test was, were you jealous of your daughter? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Right. Well, evidently that's why he did that video last night, was because that was one of the main questions on the polygraph test. And the reason supposedly that she was so upset that she couldn't take the first polygraph test was because they were so rough with her, putting her in the back of the cruiser that night, the day that Summer went missing. They were so rough with her, putting her in the back of the cruiser to take her to the station to do the polygraph test, that it upset her so bad that she could not take the polygraph test. She was squalling in all to pieces and just a nervous wreck. I agree. She was probably high.
Were they supposed to wrap her up in some bubble wrap and set her in there nice and easy?
I guess. Or let her drive herself down there?
Yeah, we know how that would have gone. She would have drove herself right out of Tennessee.
Dodging Bullet says Candace was not distraught in no way. I agree.
And we both agree, I think. Yes, she got caught. That's why. She's a damn liar. No one threw her in the police car. Even if they did throw her in the police car, you know, any suspect or anything, criminal, suspect, anything, they're not going to hold their hand and say, here you go, honey, watch your step. Let me tuck you in here nice and careful. I have been in my fair share of the back of police cars. And let me tell you, one of them was my own stepfather. They don't sugarcoat that. They don't play nice. So speaking from experience.
Well, you were just a bad little girl, weren't you?
I caused my fair share of trouble. I wasn't bad, but I was your typical teenager, you know, sneaking out of the house, getting caught.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't bad. I can't say I didn't break laws because I did, but I never got caught for that.
Hey, right before I came on here, I saw somebody put a video out. I didn't see who it was. They're talking about the grand jury's meeting on the Harmony Montgomery case. Everybody, please say a prayer for that baby.
I am so happy that the mother is now being
stepmother.
Yeah, being charged for perjury. That makes me so happy. Now, if somebody would just cough up where this baby is and get one off of our list. Now, you see last night in Don B's video, I had to yell at him for coming on so late because I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, I seen that.
He is not allowed to do that anymore, and you can tell him I said that.
All right, I will. Hello, Miss Selena.
Yeah, I will not force myself to stay awake to watch. Well, I did tell him that I was waiting for some info coming in from somewhere else, but that's beside which, by the way, I meant to tell you, I still have not heard back on that. I'm still trying.
Okay. Angie, I'm so happy, honey. You got a good report. I'm assuming about yourself, correct? I'm so happy about that. And you are speaking at University of Tennessee, correct, UT?
Anytime anybody can come back with a good doctor's report, that's awesome. I don't know exactly what's going on, but if everything came out okay, I'm very happy for her.
Cold Case Crystal says she clipped one of Jody Sue's videos where she admits that Ronnie Lawson does favors for Andy, allegedly.
Well, Crystal, bless your heart, because I can't sit there and listen to Jody Sue long enough to clip anything.
Sweetheart, you ain't got to do catch up. We literally just started. Literally.
What, 5 minutes? There's nothing to catch up on.
Yeah.
Just some silliness and everything else.
Yeah, we didn't say anything important. And I am so happy to hear that you got good reports.
Okay, Nana, now here's my second question that I'm going to piggyback off of our buddy John Davis from yesterday. The second 911 call, who do we all think it was from? Because I don't believe that Don and Candace both called.
Right. Well, like I said yesterday, it's either Jody Seward or Grandis, unless, and we all know I don't like talking about minors, but unless one of the boys, unless something crazy was going on up there and one of the boys themselves called.
Right. Well, I'm still stuck on that. Candace said she was on the phone with Don to tell Don that Summer got gone, right?
Well,
we've heard that a million times. She was on the phone with Don. Right. Don told her to hang up the phone and call 911. Candace has said she threw her phone down in the bed of Don's truck and ran to get Grandis's phone because her phone was the only one that would get reception out there. How the hell are you on the phone with your husband? He says, hang up and call 911, and you immediately think let me run and get my mother's phone because hers is the only one that works out here. To my knowledge, any phone will connect to 911 anywhere.
Yes.
Even if your phone is not active, you can still connect to 911.
Yes, absolutely. And I've been saying that from day one. Teresa says Grandis made the phone call.
That is a possibility.
Now, I know James said the first time James came on my live last week, was it? He said the night that Don was arrested when he was drinking and he was on the phone with No Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
That Grandis is the one that called the law on him that night. And I asked him how he knew, and he said he spoke with somebody that was there when it happened.
Well, let's see who all was there that night.
Grandis, the kids, and Candy.
Candace. So yeah, that doesn't leave a whole wide array of people now, unless we go back to a certain minor that I won't mention possibly being there.
Hold up. Now we've got to remember when Don was on the phone with No Thanks and he was being stopped, Candace was on either texting or on FaceTime. I understood it to be FaceTime with Green Eyes. So who does that leave?
That would leave Grandis.
Or the kids. And
right.
I don't think James is talking to those kids.
Well, now you confused me because now we're talking about the night that Don got stopped and got his DUI. The boys had already been taken long before that.
You're right. So, you're right. I wasn't thinking about that. Sorry. Yeah, correct.
I was going to say that's where you confused the hell out of me because the boys were already long gone before that.
Right.
So that particular night, the only other person up there could have been Grandis. But I was talking about the night that Summer got gone.
Oh, I know. Like Dodge and Bullet says, if she was talking to Don, why couldn't she call 911 from the same phone?
That's my point exactly.
Supposedly because she was talking on, she was doing messenger phone call with Don. And evidently that only works on Wi-Fi. And a real phone call won't work on Wi-Fi, which is bull crap. Bull crap.
Any phone, connected or not, if there's minutes on it, it's been disconnected, whatever, you can still connect to 911.
Yes, and it redirects to the nearest 911 tower.
Yep.
You're not interrupting, hun. They what?
Oh, no, she says, have they found her?
Oh, wow. I was freaking out. No, as far as I know, they haven't.
Yeah, slow down, Nana.
Oh, I just want that little girl found so bad.
Oh, we all do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out, Angie. Sorry about that, guys. I want Harmony found so bad. She's been gone for so long. Now what?
I want all of these little babies to be found.
Can you say Nick, her, that, my pronouns? What?
Now I'm confused again.
Yeah, says, can you say Nick, her, that, my pronouns? Don't have a clue what you're saying, Sweet Pea. You need to clarify.
Unless they're wanting to be referred to as Nick or her. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, yeah, I mean, all you got to do is tell me if you're male or female. I don't care to refer to you as a her or him, either one.
It does not matter to us either way.
Right. My granddaughter has Wi-Fi calling on her phone also.
Yep, that's how my granddaughter's phone is. The one that I always use for TikTok.
Yeah.
If she has to be connected to Wi-Fi.
I'm starting to wonder that myself, dodging bullets. I mean, if you saw that, uh, the second video I put out today, I got to thinking about some comments that were made, and that sort of makes sense. Hi, Mickey. Glad to see you here, sweetheart.
You don't have much to catch up on, honey. We really haven't talked about too much.
Hello, Brenda. Oh, that's okay, Angie. I just, like I said, I was hoping. Just wishful thinking, sweetheart. Yeah, you didn't miss much, Mickey, except me freaking out over the Harmony. I thought she was saying they found Harmony Montgomery, but she didn't. She was asking.
That would be such a blessing.
Hello, when evil entered. They all used Messenger for calls because I believe they thought they couldn't be tracked. Right? But they're sadly mistaken. That's all those conversations are immediately captured and put into a database. Every messenger conversation you have, and that's been done since way back in Yahoo Chat.
Lord, Nana, could you imagine if they went into some of our messenger conversations or anything?
Yeah. Imagine if they were to go back to the Yahoo Chat boxes, the DM boxes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, imagine that.
Back in the good old days of dial-up.
Yeah. I know nothing about drug dealing, but wouldn't that put them in a harder place trying to hide a missing child while selling drugs? Well, depends.
That can kind of be looked at both ways.
Yeah, if you're willing to do one and take the risk for one, why not do the other? Or if you're getting away with one, why not do the other?
Get away with the other.
No, we did not. And I called this morning, and Bristol said they cannot release that at all.
That will come from the coroner. And nothing has been updated as far as the coroner either.
Of course your chats are all 100. Who said they wasn't?
We love your chats, John Davis. Hi, by the way. I'm really bad at that. I always see you and never say hi. I just jump straight into conversation.
Hi, John. We're not really discussing anything, John. If you want to hop up, you're more than welcome. You know that, right?
I would honestly love for John Davis to pop up with us because I would like his opinion on the small list of questions that I have.
So here is, do you want me to put the link out, John? I said mine wasn't, huh? Yeah, you definitely got to come up here now because I'm not understanding what you're saying.
You got some splaining to do, John Davis.
Okay, so I can't pronounce their last name. So here in my thoughts, first, never talk about feeding her that day. No beds on bunks, beds. Everyone changes their stories and slip up in different interviews. That's true. That's all that's been happening.
And there's only 2 questions left on my very short list of questions, but I'll wait and see if John Davis decides he's going to grace us with his presence.
He needs to. We like having John Davis. Has anyone thought about Jody Sue Brown's grandmother property where she was the big dog?
John Davis just said middle finger emoji.
What you mad at us for?
Right? What did we do now?
It's not like I called you Jay,
Yeah, don't go there again.
Well, that's what I said. I didn't call him that. What could I have done
John Davis. We love when he's up here with us.
Hi, Robin. I didn't see you come in, sweet pea.
Oh, now he's giving a little dab emoji. Quit being silly and get your ass up there.
If you don't want to come up, you don't have to. If you feel intimidated by two women, that's okay. We understand, right, ladies? We understand. Oh, and Mickey, sorry, Mickey, I wasn't meaning nothing by that. We understand, though.
Well, here, let me ask my next question, and maybe that'll pique his interest and get his butt up there. On June 15th of last year, do we all honestly believe that law enforcement let Don leave that property to go talk to the junkies in the area?
Hi, country chick.
John Davis says, I only talk to women. Well, then quit being shady and get up here.
Yes, Brandy is more than welcome to come up, by the way. When evil enters, I hope that Brandy always knows anytime I say John Davis, that includes her. They were joined as one when they married, and that's the way it's always going to be. So anytime I talk to him, I'm talking to her. Unless I'm jumping on him about her, for telling her to get him a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I heard her mention something yesterday morning about putting a coffee pot in the room they were in because the Keurig just didn't cut it.
Right.
I would honestly, personally die without my Keurig. I think that is the greatest invention in coffee ever created.
What stuff did I talk about, you guys? I was saying that you had a better relationship than most. I said most married people don't want to be around each other. What stuff?
I mean, I know personally I like my own space and my own time while my husband's in the back room in the man cave.
Someone needs to call the Attorney General about there's not any transparency in Tennessee, but they have to live in Tennessee. That's true. Seriously, John David, are you upset? Are you upset?
Oh, there he is.
Are we?
You guys are so easy to pick on.
Oh,
because we're women.
Hey, nobody said nothing about that. You're just easy. I mean, y'all fall for easiest of shit. I was just messing around. I was trying to get me a middle finger up. I couldn't find the middle finger emoji, so I had to type it out.
Oh, okay. Jen can tell you where it's at. You're echoing.
I don't have anything funny.
I don't have shit on. It ain't me. I'm outside.
Okay.
If I turn my phone down, then I can't hear you. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
I got.
Is it me echoing?
Yes.
Bullshit. Is it really?
Until you came up.
Well, fine. I'm going to leave then.
No, don't.
You dare.
I don't see nothing wrong.
You probably still have YouTube open.
Well, I don't know.
Now it's fixed. Nope.
Shit. Let me go out and try to come back in.
Okay. Amazing G, which theory would that one be, sweetheart? I've had a couple.
And we've all had a few. At least a few. Robin says JDTC in stereo, right?
Yep. The two women are echoing.
Well, it's only the two women up here now, and there's no echo, so it's definitely John Davis.
Right.
But let him go back out and come back in and see if we can fix that.
Hello.
Please tell me it ain't still doing it.
It's
nope,
not
all better.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what that shit was all about.
It's all good. Now, can you answer Miss Jen's question for her?
I didn't hear no question.
Well, you want me to, the one that I just asked right before he jumped up with us?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, on June 15th, do we really believe that law enforcement let Don leave the property to go talk to the junkies in the area?
I don't think so. I really
I
don't.
think so either.
I cannot see that. I mean, I understand there's corruption, but there's not just plain all out stupidity. You know, I just don't see that.
Right. And for them to be able to follow him from Rogersville all the way to Knoxville and then follow behind him, it couldn't have been Hawkins County. It would have had to have switched over either to a higher LE, which TBI or whoever, or it would have had to have switched over to Knox County. And we're not going to say that Hawkins County is in corruption with Knox County also. So,
see, like, I'm a skeptic, and I think, like, when you get too deep down the rabbit hole, at some point you got to just be like, now all that just can't be right.
right.
At some point there's just, you got to throw in too many. If this happened, then this happened. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think his phone, I would have to think his phone is somehow traceable, and they somehow know, no matter where he's at on his route back, what's going on. Don't you think?
Yeah. I think just like what Jody Sue's doing right now, you were saying yesterday that she's just running her mouth for the attention and stuff. I think that's exactly what Don Wells was doing. Do you really think that, trust me, I've been down there on Magnolia, because that's where the main street is in Knoxville, where you would go. Them people watch. They would spot an undercover cop in a minute. Trust me, them people ain't going to keep selling to him knowing there's somebody out there watching. And if they thought so, they would just drag his ass in a damn house and get rid of him.
Well, here's the thing, though. You realize Don told that story about he went and got $2,000, then went and bought a ton of dope and was passing it out to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were like 6 agents on him this whole time,
right?
Just watching him do it, surveying him. Then he outruns them on the interstate, 5 of the 6. And he never told us any more of the joke after that, but I still waited for the punchline. And I brought that shit up in a video, and I can't tell you how many comments was like, I can't believe he outrun 5 of them.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus, people. Come on, man. I'm not trying to make fun of nobody, but you cannot believe all this shit you hear.
Hold up. What vehicle was he supposed to have been driving when he outrun those cops? That little white truck.
Well, there wasn't a ton of details in the joke.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying we're assuming that he drove his little white truck.
Well, I mean, he could have been driving a Huffy. I don't know. Dawn told the story, not me.
Now, do they even make Huffy anymore?
Because that whole story's bullshit.
I just don't see, even the Subaru, I don't see outrunning a cop car.
Well, hold on now. Mind you, he said that his point was that he didn't sell Summer, and that's how he was proving it.
He didn't need to sell her for the money because he had plenty. So he went and loaded what he had on dope and gave it away.
So he went out and played Peter Pan with dope.
Well, everybody just calm down now. Remember, this whole story's bullshit. But I'm getting to the part where he says that was his response because they had said he sold Summer. So you think the intelligent thing to do is go to the bank and pull out $2,000? That shows you got money from somewhere, and you're a crackhead. So that makes me think you did sell her. Don't you?
Right.
If you wanted to believe his story, which it's all bullshit, but if you did, it would make me think he did do it.
Now hold up. The rest, shit. The part of the joke that you said he never got to, he did too. He did get to it. Remember, they called him down to their office and they told him that they watched him and they made a deal with him. If he never done that again, they would never follow him again.
I do remember hearing that.
That must have been part 2. I didn't catch that. That sounds like bullshit also.
Yeah, that was the brunt of the joke. Was they made a deal that neither one of them would ever do something horrible like that again.
Yeah, I remember him saying that they told him pretty much,
Dawn,
scolding him, don't you ever do that again.
Please, Dawn, don't commit 30 felonies in front of us again, please.
I think that's where I came up with that. I was even telling my husband about it, that Don's entire story smelled like some Fast and Furious bullshit.
People believe it.
I was chased by the cops for hundreds of miles. They couldn't catch me, and they pulled me in to tell me, don't ever do that again.
It wasn't hundreds. It's maybe 40 miles, maybe 50. It's only 50 miles from where I'm at to Knoxville. So
I think Don's watching too many of the Fast and Furious movies, or was. He's not now, but
I knew a person like Don back in the day, right? Let me tell you a quick story. This dude, anytime you was around, he was just telling such outlandish shit that it made you think he was disrespecting you by thinking you were dumb enough to believe it.
Yeah. And he was.
Me and this dude's at the club together, right? And he starts telling these 2 girls this big whopper of a story. This fool actually told them that I was getting my ass whipped when he jumped off the balcony of the bar onto a car hood and started kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, geez.
He told that shit. So that was the day he got called out. I was like, look, dude, if you're going to be telling bullshit stories all the time, I ain't going to be the victim. I want to be a hero too. Right?
Right.
Don's the kind of guy that do that to you. Don is a psychopath. I'm telling you, the man something is very wrong with him.
He is a psychopath. He is a narcissist, and he is a sociopath.
Absolutely. I was getting ready to say, make sure you don't forget the narcissist.
His description fits all 3 of those diagnoses. I'm telling you.
Well, if it's got
I would love to hear mental eval. How interesting would that be to get a mental eval on him?
But that psychiatrist would come running from the damn room, begging somebody to get him away from Don. Don's so damn crazy.
Be trying to tag somebody in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. They sure would. They'd say, where's the bad cop? Where's the bad cop? I need him in here. Oh, geez.
Yeah, and then the bad cop would come out and Don done got his ass whooped because he wouldn't shut up.
Could always take his socks off and stuff them in Don's mouth.
Hey, John, let me ask you this. Your understanding, okay, first, my understanding was he was to spend 6 months in jail, 180 days, which is 6 months. And then he had to go into the rehab because they do not offer the rehab in Hawkins County that he is needing, right? So that's why
I understood it.
He couldn't take it in jail, so he had to take it when he got through with his 6 months. Now, if you take 6 months and then he had to do 6 months or at least 90 days of rehab, How is that possible that he's getting out in October?
I don't know, man. I thought the least was like 12 months, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was
he's supposed to do 11/29, which was
11
I thought if everything went his way, a year was pretty much the minimum he was going to do altogether.
The
Right.
way that I understood that was he had to do 180 days in jail, and then it was another 180 in rehab.
right.
But maybe he's got to do something like the sober living or the halfway house or some of that, you reckon?
Right, but everybody that's putting out there that he's getting out, nobody's mentioning the fact he might be getting out of jail if he's paid for his rehab, but he still has to go to Knoxville and do his rehab. And he's still going to be locked up for 6 months. Well,
Don't be screaming at me. I ain't the one's been saying it. Damn, Nana.
It's all your fault, John Davis.
Technically, he won't be locked up because they don't lock the doors, but I'm not screaming
And
at you.
Candace refused to do any type of rehab because she wasn't allowed to smoke in there. I've heard that one. I don't know how true that is or not. But she basically refused to go because she wasn't allowed to smoke in the facility.
Right.
I heard it was because of a different reason.
What reason did you hear?
The place she was going to said they didn't have no blue tank tops.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was because there was no male creators from YouTube allowed to come in and hang with her.
No, it was the tank tops.
No
Jones.
blue braless tank tops and basketball shorts.
General Jones, welcome. He says anybody drinking hot milk all day on the job is loose as long-legged goose.
I bet you I wore makeup more last year than Candace did.
I bet you did.
As long as you don't start saying that you wore bras more than she did last year.
He probably did, though.
I don't know. I'd have to know how long she wore hers for.
Never.
Did you ever?
Well, then I got more time than her.
That's what I was saying. Did you ever pick up one of Brandy's bras? Obviously, you had a bra on longer than Candace.
Well, you've seen The Last Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
When I play Uhtred, I wear a bra, but it's supposed to be like battle armor is what we're going for.
Right. I get it. I see it. Actually, I thought you were stuffing them and then putting something over the bra to make it look like you had bigger pecs, That's what I thought you were wearing the bra for.
No. Nah, I wear a trainer sometimes. I'm only an 8-cup now.
Oh, okay. John Davis, you're hilarious.
While we have John Davis up here, let's go to the fourth and final question, which you had me write down yesterday.
All right. Oh, I don't remember what it was.
The article of clothing that was used on June 15th to get summer scent. They couldn't get a good scent because all of the clothing is shared in that house. Because the scent had everybody else's scent on it, and they couldn't get a good scent from Summer because everybody else had either worn it or used it. I'm sorry, I'm having a very hard time thinking that one of those boys put on Summer's little underwears, or that Summer was wearing her bigger brother's underwears, socks, anything.
What about the little red dress? Which one of those boys has been wearing her dresses? I would like to know.
What about the swimsuit?
What now?
Anything.
People are saying there's pictures of the youngest brother wearing the swimsuit.
Well, I've suspected that for quite a while too, or going off of another creator's video, that the shoulder width, the ears, and everything, it seemed like that would have been more the youngest boy in that swimsuit.
John, Mickey says, are you telling me the pictures of Candace doesn't have a bra on?
I know, they're just so perky and so far up there, right?
No, Mickey, she is not wearing a bra.
Must have had a whole bunch of work done for all that.
And neither did Great Grandbun, neither does Allie, and from what I can tell, neither does Sherry.
They say it looks like what is it? Softballs and tube socks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sorry.
It's just unreal. This whole case.
What do you think about that article of clothing, John Davis? Or
Well,
lack of clothing, I should say, because I'm sure there was plenty, but if all of it has more than one scent on it, and they couldn't just distinguish one item with summer scent.
Well, hang on before you answer, John. Dave Rader said that they could not get an article of clothing that had just summer scent on it because all articles of clothing were shared. That's what was said. That's
Okay,
why we're making the joke.
Davis, take that for a minute. I will be right back.
Okay, that's why we were making the jokes.
I don't know. I don't put a ton of faith into that evidence because I kind of feel like that, and I kind of feel like, I don't know that dogs can determine how fresh a scent is compared to another scent if they can explain that.
Yeah.
But it would seem like to me, and I firmly believe there was a lot of times when Summer was on autopilot. She was doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody watching her. And I think she's probably been all over that place. And I just wonder if it could have been an old scent. It could have been a scent of one of the boys where, like he said, there wasn't an article of clothing they didn't share.
Right.
I just don't know how much of an advantage any of that is.
Well, why didn't they use the pillow? She sat on that pillow supposedly. Why didn't they use the pillow for the scent? I had people comment that too.
Here's another good one as far as the pillow. H was supposedly with them. H was wet from being in the water also, and Grandis was so picky about anybody sitting on her seats when they were wet. Why didn't H have to sit on a pillow?
I don't think she was that picky about the seats because there's candy all over them.
Which, yeah, we've all seen, but
I would rather have wet asses in my seats than I would candy, wouldn't you?
Right. I agree.
And just they stuck with that story, or maybe it was H's story.
See, I think that was mostly H's.
Yeah, that she should sit on a pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody is wondering where the pillow went, but that's the whole thing. If H went as far as saying that, Grandis didn't want anybody sitting on the seats while they were wet, well, why was H so special and he got to sit on the seats while he was wet? Because, even if he didn't go swimming, we all know that he went in and supposedly got Summer out of the water when she supposedly went under. And I say supposed because I still am not sure if I even believe that story.
I don't believe much of anything H said.
Yeah, me neither.
I really don't. And that's why, when people go down them rabbit holes, and a lot of them depend on things he said only, I don't know how you can get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you got to use a lot of what he said, and you got to remember, people that think, a lot of people are under the impression, he didn't tell one fib, but think about this, okay? He said that Candace had never tried nothing on him or none of that too, right?
Right.
I don't think that's the truth. Do you?
No.
Absolutely not.
So why do people believe him on? Do you get what I'm saying? My point, though.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, even his own dad said that he lied throughout the whole thing.
Oh God, don't say his name out loud. He'll make a live
I'm
about
not even bringing up his initials, but his dad also told him, if you don't know how to answer a question, just lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everybody's doing videos on it and it's the next big thing, John, but I gotta ask, without saying his name, do you have a clue why he may be showing up in Tennessee, and why is he going to be bunking with Andy? I mean, Jody
I don't
Sue's
know,
ex.
man.
What
You'll
does
have to run that by me again now. Who's doing
Okay.
what? Just
Yeah, Nana, you and I touched on that yesterday. Why would he be coming to Tennessee when he has had nothing to do with this case?
Okay. The
are we
unnamed
talking about
the unnamed person.
8.5? Let's call him that.
Okay, 8.5.
That's his shoe size.
He is coming to Tennessee, supposedly going to be staying in Jody Sue's old house. I'm assuming bunking with Jody Sue's ex-husband.
Who said that?
He did. He did a live on it, and then everybody else has been making videos about it.
He's probably fundraising for the trip.
He is. He is.
Well, there you go.
But why would he be coming up here, and why is he going to be staying with Andy Bernard?
I think he's just raising money. I'm telling you.
It's already said that he didn't personally know Summer, didn't have interaction with her. I mean, I told Nana last night that, you know what, I've never met Summer. I don't know her, know anything about her aside from this story. But I've been in this mix since day one with Summer and watched everything. And Nana broke me out of my shell and got me up on panel with her. So I could see, like, in my aspect where it might be a little bit different, that, hey, I'm going to come to Tennessee for the vigil. But somebody who hasn't followed the story and hasn't been invested in it, why bother coming?
Okay, hang on for a second, Jen. C-Care RN, honey, I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but you ask who cares. Evidently, I do. That's why I asked John Davis that I care. So I appreciate the question. Thank you.
Tinfoil Brat, actually, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I was going to say that John Davis has given him far too much credit for that.
Right.
You what?
Tinfoil Brat says, oh goodness, you just gave him a nickname of 8.5, and he's going to say that's right, 8.5, as if it's some sort of personal attribute.
You know, not his shoe size, John.
Oh, well, if he tries that, I'll clear that shit up quick, because I still got my sound bite of him saying it's his foot.
Okay, good.
He tried picking on me the other day, making a video about me, right? Naming me about his live. This was when me and you was talking, all right? When you went on to do your live, he started going live, trying to bait me into coming over. I ignored it, right?
Right.
I went and looked later on, and he had talked a little bit of shit, but not much. And there was 10 people there.
Really?
Yeah, him and 9 other people waiting on me. I ain't gonna give him my time, man. He's and then get this. After I guess he seen I wasn't coming, he got the bright idea to let this woman come up and ask him some questions. She straight reamed that ass for a solid half hour. She went over why he don't pay child support. She went over, just you name any evil deed that he's done. She brought that shit up, and I was like, I'm going to have to see if she wants to do some guest spots on JDTC, some field work.
Robin has a good point with her question. She said, I mean, 8.5. Why don't you raise money to come see H any other time? Why during Summer's vigil?
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's all
won't
it is.
say the name that she put in there because I don't want any bad juju in our chat today.
Mickey says he didn't see 10 people in there, John. He only saw 3 that day or yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I must have hit him at his peak.
Respectfully into another rabbit hole looking for attention, and we keep going it to him. I love your channel. Admit no, I didn't mean any disrespect either, hon. I've had a couple of rough days as far as. I apologize, C-Care. I do apologize to you, honey, if I come off hateful. I am sorry, and please don't hold that against me. It happens from time to time. John Davis, do you know what I was informed last night on one of my comments?
What?
That I am the rudest host on YouTube.
Damn.
I never let my guests talk. I speak over them. I read comments over top of them, trying to answer questions.
They're right.
Oh, really? Are they?
Shush your face.
Hey, you can't. Hey, there's going to be haters, man.
I know.
You know, I get them too. Trust me. I had a woman one time tell me, she was like, me and Brandy had COVID. We was in the midst of COVID, and we did a live from the bedroom. All right. Mind you, we were fully clothed. Everything else, we was just like, screw it. I didn't even feel like getting up. You know, I didn't feel like doing a live, but I thought I'd take one for the team, right? This woman puts in the comments, you need to get your ass up out of bed, take a bath, and all kinds of shit. I was just like, sure. It pissed me off. I was mad for a week. And then finally I called her out during my live. And she said she had a watch party of 50 people, and they all thought the same thing. And everybody just laid into her ass. People in my chat, they'll take care of that shit before I ever even have to announce it. I got some good people. You don't come in line and start talking nonsense without getting taken care of by about 10 people. 10 women's going to lay into your ass if you say something bad to me and Brandy.
Right. Lord, I don't know what I'd do without my mods.
And we come out swinging.
I don't very often resort to kicking anybody out or anything.
Right.
I let people have they can talk some shit. I'm not going to boot them for it, but there is a point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mother gets involved in the conversation. It's time to block you.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. I would say it's a good thing my kids don't have a channel, because I would definitely be in there going Mama Bear on them big time.
Yeah, it's a good thing my son doesn't have a channel. I wouldn't be using a wrench. I'd be coming out with a sledgehammer.
I tell you what, though, you can use it to your advantage if you're careful. Like, I let Taylor come on camera sometimes, and then I show her the comments where everybody talks about how pretty she is and stuff, and I think that boosts her self-esteem.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, Nana, could you imagine if I brought Bug up here with us?
Yeah. They're both beautiful little girls, both of them. Absolutely. I meant to tell you that yesterday when you had her on the merry-go-round. I meant to text you, John Davis, and tell you how pretty she is.
That's my baby. She's gone to my brother's house for 2 weeks.
Oh, free time for mommy and daddy, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. They've been gone for 2 days. Me and Brandy ain't done shit. It takes us a week. We don't have somebody that watches them every weekend. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of babysitters like some people have. Yeah. So we get our whole break at one time.
What's a babysitter?
Yeah,
I never had those. It's the first thing my mother said to me.
What?
No, I said that's the first thing my mother said to me is, this is your child. I am not a babysitter.
Oh, Lord, no. I took care of every one of my grandkids. The only one that I've not took care of is the youngest one I've got right now, and that's because she's never ever spent the night away from her parents, period, since she was born, and she's 6 years old. She's never spent the night away from them. But my other 6, I had them all at the same time, and there's only 4 years difference between all 6 of them. And I had them from the time they were little. I mean, I would just take them for like a week at a time, just for the heck of it.
See, I think grandkids are going to be the bomb, because you can be like, hey, yeah, come on over. I'll go and buy you some stuff. We'll play. And then you can be like, all right, it was fun. Tell your dad to get his ass over here and pick you up.
Yep, drop a jar of sugar down their throat and then tell mommy and daddy come get them.
Yes,
Right.
It's such a nice thing that you can time when you want to interact with kids. When you're the parent, you have no choice. You got to make sure you're there 24/7 for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think I'll feel responsible for mine or probably till the day I die.
Well, then you're going to have a heck of a time with grandkids, because trust me, you're going to want them grandkids there all the time so you can watch over them, because even though you raised your children and you raised them right, they still didn't catch everything that you taught them, and you're going to be worried to death about them grandkids.
God, I hope not, man, because I want to enjoy retirement. I'm looking forward to it.
No, that's how I ended up raising Bug for 4 years, for the first 4 years of her life.
Hold up.
Even though I raised mine right, he didn't know what the hell to do. So here, Mom, here's a baby. And of course, I'm not going to say no.
We're getting some answers. Hang on one second. Okay. When Evil Leonard says, April C. MC advised she picked up her daughter on the 14th because she was ill. And April said that picture shows up on Marlena Crawford's phone. How, why, when, and right. I thought there was an answer there. I thought maybe we were going to find out why she was up there, or if she was staying up there, but I guess not. Shoot. I still, guys, say that Marlena Crawford's got something in this. Hi, Brandy. Is that your Brandy?
I don't know. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't accuse him. I just told him not to be bossing you around, Brandy. Actually, I didn't even say boss you around. I said don't do that.
Oh, man, I can't see.
You can't see her comment?
I can't see nobody's shit. Something happened. Y'all still hear me?
Brandy, would you like to come up, sweetheart?
Oh, no. That sucks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I just treat it like a mic, because I ain't got no screen. I can't see the chat or nothing.
Oh, wow.
That's why I run 2 devices. As long as I don't unplug either of them while we're live, I'm fine.
Yeah, I believe that Marlena is involved. I really do.
Oh, Nana, you think everybody's involved. Your list of suspects is 1,000 deep.
Oh, you're full of crap. I've only ever said Dawn, Candace, and Marlena.
You said more than that.
Nuh-uh, Grandis, maybe. Well, I mean, Grandis is guilty simply because she's the grandmother. She was living there and she didn't do nothing. I mean, that just makes her guilty, period.
She's guilty because she's the matriarch.
She's guilty because it's already happened to her once.
Exactly. I mean, there's a million reasons that dang woman is guilty.
How many people's had 2 people in their life disappear when they were in the vicinity at the time? And think about it. I bet it was rare she was around Summer much long before Summer disappeared, right? How long was Grandis there? Do you know that?
How long was Grandis there before Summer went missing?
Yeah.
Probably 6 months, because she evidently, she only goes to her daughter, or not her daughter, her sister's house 4 months out of the year, I think it is. So she was there for quite a while. She evidently goes to Wisconsin during the summer to get her medicine refilled and check on her sister in Illinois, and then comes back. And I think that crap should stop right there. People who need to see a doctor, they need to see the doctor in the state they are living in. If you don't live there, then you don't need to be getting medicine from another state.
I agree with that. Like if we end up not buying this and we have to move, I was explaining to Keith how I need to keep my primary doctor here. Will still be in the state of Ohio, but it'll be way on the other side. And since I only have to see him once every 6 months for a med check, I am keeping that same doctor.
Right.
Just because we're moving on the opposite side of Cleveland doesn't mean I'm going to go to a different doctor because I found a great doctor. So why am I going to give him up?
Right. But if you move out of state.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to go to a doctor in a different state. That should be a requirement. You have to have a physician. If you're being treated medically, you should have to have a physician in the state that you reside.
Right.
I don't know about that because, and there's a reason for that. When my dad had cancer, if he couldn't have went to North Carolina, he wouldn't have got a 10th of the quality treatment he got.
Well, there should definitely be some circumstances, like I lost my mom to cancer, and if she had not been able to get care here in Ohio, I would have taken her anywhere that they could have treated her if they could have saved her.
Exactly.
So I agree with some instances that you should be able to travel where you'll get the best treatment. But if, in my situation, just having the strokes and, I'm medically sound now, but I still have to see my doctor every 6 months for med checks and just regular routine checks. So I don't feel like that I should be given special treatment if I move out of state. I should have to find a doctor in the state that I live in that would treat me. But Nana knows my reasons for not giving up my doctor. I'm not giving this one up. There's no way.
I don't like that period because I don't, why are we worried about that?
It's just something that popped into my head, and I'm not thinking of cancer patients and stuff, John. It's just I have a niece-in-law who goes to North Carolina for certain medications, but lives in Tennessee. And so she goes like 3 times a month to get refills of this medication simply because North Carolina gives out medication that Tennessee refuses to.
Opiates?
Well, yeah.
Well, see, I think that shit's illegal anyway, ain't it? I didn't think you could do that anymore.
Why do you think Grandis goes to Wisconsin? To get her opiates.
Well, then that needs to be looked into, not screwing everybody and them having to go to the doctor in their state.
Okay, well, I didn't think.
Let me say something. Where I live, it's really, really rural. And I don't even think you could get a doctor unless, well, I'm sure there's one somewhere in the state, but if everybody had to go to these specialists, it wouldn't work out. Not for here, I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
thought there was a law against doing that.
Not as far
I could have swore to it. Because, see, I know when my dad had cancer, he was getting pain medicine. Up until almost the day he died, I had to take him there. They had to see him.
Right.
But I know there was some, like whoever was prescribing the pain medicine was an in-state doctor.
Right.
The cause of that is what my understanding was.
Well, I didn't mean to misspeak. I wasn't talking about critically or terminally ill people. I'm just talking about pill seekers that are going to other states looking for pills to bring back. And at least half, if not 2/3 of those pills get sold out here on the street.
And I bet she's not there. I bet you they're paying cash for that too. I don't see no insurance going for that shit.
Right. So that
I
was
think what you're talking about the legal. Actually, I really do. If somebody's doing that.
I didn't mean to, say anything wrong.
Well, I wasn't mad. I was just saying that would hurt people for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Well, maybe I should have clarified that if it's a terminally ill patient or someone that has had years of actual reason that they need to go to a specific doctor, that
or
would
if they
be
don't have one.
Or if they don't have what?
If they don't have one in their state, because like West Virginia is in bad shape right now. You got to, like, there's an emergency room probably 10 miles from my house, but there's no hospital for a good hour.
Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I'm telling you, I think that's becoming a problem in a lot of places, though. Because everybody's going to the big cities, New York, LA, all these, because that's where you make the most money. And, if you're going to be a doctor and spend 30 years in college, you want to make the most you can because you probably have a shitload of debt by that point.
Right.
Yeah. The healthcare system sucks for some of us. I'm sure if you live in the big city, it's great.
Thank you, Izzy Rose. I don't know if you're talking about what you said or what I said, but she said not talking about politics, but Obamacare. Obamacare sucked.
Oh, it's the most worthless shit in the world.
Yep.
If you had Obamacare and you worked and were middle class, your insurance went from being damn near free if you had a good job with good benefits to $400 a month. That's how it worked out for me anyway.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm not middle class by no means, have never been. I was not working at one point and was needing my kidney surgery done. I applied and they said, sorry, you don't make enough money to qualify for the market squares where I was applying, right? I didn't qualify because I didn't make enough money. I went to work and reapplied, and they told me I made too much money. And I was working on commission, and it wasn't that big of a commission, trust me. It might have been minimum wage. But then I made too much, and I didn't qualify.
That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's so like they damn determined you wouldn't get no insurance.
Right. But now that's the only good thing I can say about Denver. I went to Denver. I moved to Denver with my daughter. And I mean, literally, I was up there 6 months, had everything set up. My surgery was done. And they were ready to do the second surgery. But they tortured me in the hospital and didn't give me anything for pain and sent me home without sewing me up. And I had to go back and they sewed me up with no Novocaine or anything. And I was like, nope, I'm going home. I'm going back to Tennessee.
Damn, you got that Rambo aftercare, didn't you?
Yes, I'm not joking. They forgot to sew me up. And I went home and I was soaking everything. I mean, washcloths, towels, my clothes. And I'm like, I called them up an hour later and I'm like, look, something's wrong here. And they're like, well, come back down here and we'll check it. I walked in, they pulled me off to a side room, didn't even turn the overhead light on. They just turned a lamp on. Said, oh, well, we forgot to stitch you up. And they pulled out needle and thread, no Novocaine, no nothing. And they said, here, it's just going to take a few stitches.
Bullshit.
And literally started sewing me up and sent me out the door.
Well, that's your fault. I'd have been like, hell to the no. You want none of that shit. I ain't Rambo. No. What are they going to do when they're finished? Burn me with a hot knife to seal it closed? Damn, where you go to the doctor at, Nana?
That was Denver Care in Denver.
Sound like shitty care to me.
It was horrible. They held me
Or
prisoner.
I
in my
don't
room.
care. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying they held me prisoner in my room for the whole 4 days I was in there. They wouldn't let me leave my room.
You sure you
Yeah,
wouldn't?
I can't complain about my insurance with being on disability.
Is it bad?
No, I've got amazing insurance, honestly. I mean, I get a $500 per year allowance for glasses. I have no fee. As many dental appointments as I need is no fee. They give you a $50 per month food surplus, and I get $400 quarterly for over-the-counter necessities instead of, buying ibuprofen or anything like that. I get $400 a month for necessities, or $400 quarterly. I'm sorry. I have not seen a medical bill in over 10 years. And that's with disability insurance.
Good shit.
I'll tell you what, I take advantage of the eyeglass insurance, though. I made sure when I just got my glasses last month, I used every penny of that $500 that I was allowed.
What happened? Is it like $4.95 and you went and got you an eyeglass repair kit?
Well, I think my frames themselves were $189, and then with all the extras like the transition, scratch resistant, insurance, all of that, everything else, I made sure it added up to the $500. Take full advantage of that.
Yeah. If it don't roll over, you might as well.
Exactly. Lisa Renee, I think the only reason I get that insurance is because I am disabled. I don't think just any regular person on the street can go out and grab that unless they're paying out the rear end for it.
So, John Davis, tell us something new that you found out. Anything interesting?
No, not really, man. Sometimes I get stuck on a question and I just think about it for days, weeks. I've been on that for a while. I haven't had any fresh evidence in a minute. I'm stuck on what a damn coincidence it is that Allie's phone's dead the evening Summer disappears.
Well, I hadn't thought about that.
What are the odds of that shit if you think about that?
Right. Before we go on, Nana T says, John Davis, great news on my husband's biopsy. It's benign.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
I didn't know if you were still not seeing the text or what.
Yeah, I can't see nothing.
Okay.
I'm scared to touch anything.
When Evil Entered says no such thing as coincidence.
Right. But no, yeah, that's really odd that her phone was dead. I don't buy it.
Well, let me break it down for you, okay? Think about this. You've seen her on Unmasked and the Interview Room, right?
Yeah.
How much did she have her phone in the hands in what you saw?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, and Unmasked, the Interview Room, she was constantly on the phone in the Interview Room. I don't know about the Unmasked. That was been a while back, and I mean, I remember what was said, but not too much of what I seen on that.
I feel like
don't she look like
oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Don't she look like one of the people, and I'm kind of like it too. My phone's never dead. I do way too much.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, I think so.
He'll be back. No, I was going to say that I feel like the day that she was on there with Chris McDonough and he went to interview Hunter, I feel like Allie and was it great grandbun that was, I feel like they were texting each other back and forth. Neither of them could let go of the phones, or they were sliding the phone back and forth.
Right. John Davis, I'll drop that link again, hon.
Cold Case Crystal said his phone went dead. Wouldn't that be ironic after he just got done saying that he never lets his phone go dead?
That would.
And see what happens in your mouth.
See, everyone always has their phone in their hand until you try calling them. Isn't that the dang truth? Now, that don't happen with me. You can call me, it don't matter day or night, and I'm telling you, I'm answering that phone. Am I not, Jen?
Absolutely. Hell, I tried to, like even yesterday when you called and I was running the vacuum. I picked up in the middle of running the vacuum and was going to tell you, give me 2 minutes to finish. But you had already hung up by that point in time because you were getting an incoming call and had to go. So,
John Davis, did your phone run dead?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
he was just sick of hearing us.
Where was I at, though? Because I want to see what you think.
Talking about Allie and the phone and how convenient or her excuse for the phone being dead that day. You're in that area.
All right. Anyway, most people would make sure when they were going somewhere that there was going to be some downtime, they'd have their phone charged, I believe.
Right.
She says she was at her friend's grandson's football practice.
Right.
Wouldn't you think going to something like that where it's not even your grandson, you're a female, you're always on your phone, you would want to make sure you had something to do while you were at your friend's grandson's football practice?
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's when Summer disappears. I just think it's such a big coincidence.
It is. It really is.
I had an observation about that whole thing with Allie. I think it was when Chris McDonough was there. In one sentence, Allie says they were at a football game. In another sentence, Allie says they were at a baseball game. So you can't be at both at the same time. Which one were we at?
Right.
I always heard it football practice.
And what football? Okay, football practice. I don't know. In June, we don't have football practice here. They don't start their practices until end of August, early September. So I don't know how they run it there, but you know, school season is over, so they're not doing scrimmage or anything like that.
Hang on one second, guys. For all the ladies in here saying that they have proof of everything, like Beth Ann and April C., if you all wouldn't mind, you're more than welcome to email that stuff to me. And if you want, we can just collaborate and do a video together or do a live show and you all can come on and talk about it. That would be great with me. And John Davis, you got a compliment. Not built to break. John Davis, this IQ is at an 8. You're very smart. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
If my IQ is an 8, that's bad, right?
No. Well, I think they're talking about on a scale of 1 to 10. Not the actual IQ scale, which
actual IQ scale, that's not a compliment.
146 is the highest you can score on a, well, it's not the highest, but that's a genius right there at 146. But I believe they're talking about a scale of 1 to 10, which means you're very smart.
I don't know. I still feel screwed. I'd say I'm at least a 9 if we're only going to 10.
I was going to give you more credit than that.
Oh, you were going to say 10?
If we're going on a scale from 1 to 10, I was going to give him at least an 8.5. Ha ha. No, if it's a 1 to 10, I give John Davis a 10, definitely. But on a normal, regular IQ scale, 8 is an insult. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
I happen to know my IQ score.
Oh, really? What is it?
You won't believe me if I tell you.
Yes, I would.
You'll be like, oh, there it is. He's finally lied.
No, I won't. I promise.
Yeah.
What is it? 210?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
Is it 210?
Hell no. Nobody's is 210.
Oh yeah, there's
Sheldon.
in history there is people that have had higher IQs than that. Nana, you want me to drop your email? Yes, please, Robin. Thank you.
Yep, I was just doing that.
The only reason I know what the genius level is because my son did score 146 in 6th grade. That's the only reason I know that. But he didn't get to go into the special classes because his motor skills weren't good enough.
So now we need not built to break to elaborate. Was that a scale of 1 to 10 or was that normal IQ scale?
Yeah, because you've already heard his feelings.
No, I'm just saying I don't think they give me enough credit. That's kind of low.
John, you know that you're very intelligent and very
I'm just,
funny. You are hilarious.
I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm telling you though, you wouldn't believe mine.
Why? I believe you're very intelligent.
I do too.
It was a score of 1 to 10.
Okay. Incoming.
Helen, someone says hers is 155. Incoming who?
Your phone's about to go off in a quick second.
Oh.
Because, we're married and we can't go more than 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I remember that comment. Do you remember that comment? John Davis? Uh-oh.
He left us again.
He's got to quit doing that. Something's up with his phone. Who saw Stranger Things? My mama took me to some fancy weird doctor in Pittsburgh when I was 7 years old. That was 1981, and they ran very similar tests on me. The apparatus was a little different. Well, maybe they think you're Stranger Things. No, I'm just joking. You think
all right,
so? You
give
think
me
so?
Give me 1 minute. I got to hobble to the kitchen.
All right. I'm going to read some comments, guys. Okay. Hunter also says he's seeing 13 text messages. I know where he got the number 13. He was bragging. From the time the for sale video posts, it's 13 days till the time she is reported missing. Oh, that was, you were guessing on John's is 155. Okay, well, yeah, I can see that. I believe he's got a higher IQ, especially now that he won't tell us. Hello, German Shepherd Mom. How are you today? The truth is in the okay. The truth is in the lies. So what did they lie about? Everything.
I think the bigger question is, what didn't they lie about?
Not Built to Break says, I'm raising all 5 of my grands. If she didn't take Candace Hare to the ER, that explains her not knowing which swimming hole they went to and why plans changed. Maybe she picked her up after the ER and swimming. Probably.
Well, that was another sore thumb that stuck out. Candace had said that Brandis had an appointment at 8 o'clock the next morning. Since when do they make appointments for the ER? Because everybody can schedule their emergencies, right?
Right. I've said that before. I've never known of them to make an appointment at the emergency room. Maybe at the x-ray department at the hospital, but not the emergency room.
Right? Because, yeah, you do have to make an appointment to get x-rays or lab work or whatever.
Right.
Well, no, here we do have walk-in lab work that you can just go. But not x-rays or anything like that.
Well, John, I don't know what happened to you, sweetheart, but you know you're welcome back anytime. We love having you on the channel. Do we not?
Yes, we do.
Miller time. I agree, Robin.
I value his opinions, and that's why when he comes on, I always save all my questions for him to get his opinion as well.
Robin, we need to discuss what time of day we're going to be meeting up. So I need to get a hold of you at some point in the next couple of days. And Jen, Christella said she was going to help me because we've never heard anything back from Colby about the posters. So Christella said she would help me do them. I don't know how she would help me do them because I can't go all the way to Alabama to pick them up. So we're going to have to sit down one day and actually get that done. Nana, I've emailed you before. April C. from Florida. I have talked to you on the phone. Yes, April. That's right. I'm sorry, sweetheart. So many names and different comments. Yes. That's right.
Okay, when Evil entered, just kind of mimicked what I've been saying. If the body they found was Summer, it would make sense why Candace Wells would want to unalive herself.
Right. It would also make sense why nobody's releasing any information. If allegedly that might possibly be Summer and, the remains, but we don't know it for a fact. We won't know anything until they come out and tell us, but it would explain why they have not released any information because of the mayhem it would cause.
Yes, everything is alleged, supposed, hypothetical, for entertainment purposes only. All right, Nana?
Right, exactly.
Nothing that we say is fact unless you tell them that, hey, this comes straight from Ellie.
April, I would love to have your permission to release that one piece of information that you gave me. The one about the thing that happened in Greenville and the connection. I've not said anything. I would like your permission to do so. How do we know? Do you have proof? April says Jose is not dead. I repeat, Jose is not dead. I went to Cali from Florida. He is not dead, Nana. Allegedly, guys, I'm not stating that. The grandmother and the grandson, April, and the connection.
I have seen several people say that Jose is alive and well. I'm just waiting for any type of verifiable proof.
Okay, April's saying that she's stating that. I'm just trying to clear it up that I'm not stating it, April. Not that I don't believe you, but I'm just saying.
I guess I'm waiting for verifiable proof either way. Either he's unalive or alive.
But April, do you have proof? You said you have proof that he's alive?
John Davis said, sorry, my phone is shit.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Okay. Well, John Davis, get your butt back up here. I still had 2 more questions that you weren't in here for that I would like your opinion on.
Okay, April, do you just give me permission to release a piece of information you gave me? Since how you can't remember it. Do you trust me? John Davis, I will put the link out if you or Brandy either one want to come up. Okay, I'm working on it, Nana. He can't hide from me forever, but I can prove he has not dead body. Okay.
You know what I think is funny is we popped on here with no specific topic of conversation, and we've been on for 1 hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah.
I told you we would come up with it on the fly and we would know what to talk about.
Okay, April, I'll just wait to release that until I talk to you in the email. And no, I don't have you mixed up, sweetheart. Trust me. Gerard McLaughlin. This body was found a week or so ago. Yes, that's you mean the remains that we're talking about? Don't know who you are, hon. Whoever's backstage here, I don't know who you are.
I thought I heard your noise that it makes.
Yeah, it says yes, cartoons. I don't know who it is. I've never seen them, never heard of them.
If it's anybody wanting to come up, you have to show your face.
Hello? Either tell me in chat who you are and then show your face, or you're not coming up. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you. I don't even see you in chat right now.
I haven't seen that name pop up in chat at all.
Does anybody know Yes Cartoons? No, they did not. They've not identified them. I did a video on it this morning. I made a phone call. They have not, and they are not releasing any information on it. I plan on making them show their face, but
hey, I have some good news for everybody in chat that'll put a smile on everybody's face. As of today, Nana hit 3K.
Yes, I did. Sweetheart, you uncovered that camera, but you didn't show anything. It was black. I'm not going to go on with this. Either show your face and tell me in chat who you are, or back out. I can't see your face. How old are you?
This chat is 18 and older only. We've already had to deal with that one time when it was just the little kid that wanted to come up.
I think it was the same one.
Oh, well, yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah, I kicked him out.
Flies on Coleslaw wants to know what was the name of the name in back chat.
Yes,
What
cartoons. Yes, cartoons. I'll type it into the chat. I'd never seen it before.
I've never seen it, haven't heard it. I am seeing a lot of newcomers in chat today, though, which is nice to see.
Always, especially with coming up on that 3,000 mark. Thank you guys so very much. I greatly appreciate that. And I wished I could have caught the person that turned the 3,000 mark so I could have given them a shout out, but
What, yesterday you and I were just talking that you said you needed, what, 15?
yeah, I needed 15 and I must have got them overnight. Well, you're more than welcome here, German Shepherd Mom. Make yourself at home, honey.
Yeah, I was so proud of you. It was like a mama watching their baby take their first steps.
I'm so proud of myself. Thank you, Red Milla. Karaoke lady. Well, hello. Welcome. Thank you so much. You don't know me. I'm not new. Just sit back and listen a lot. Well, I'm glad you're here. Whether you participate or just listen. I love all my viewers and all my subscribers. Thank you, Victoria.
Brandy's in the chat. Hi, Brandy. And she says our internet went out.
Where's she at? I don't see her.
She is up, right underneath Robin.
Well, I tell you what, Brandy, I'm going to take and put the link down. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome to.
If y'all can get your internet back up and running.
You can come in without him. That's fine. I don't mind. I like you both.
I've never met Brandy.
Well, we just went out and had lunch last week, Jen. That's how I know her.
And you did invite me.
No, I didn't.
Now I'm mad. Are you replacing me, Nana?
No, I'm not replacing you.
You were already talking earlier about firing me.
I was not. You were. But no, guys, just to set the record straight, no, me and Brandy did not go out and have lunch last week. I was just being sarcastic. Jen's acting like, she had never met her before. Well, I've not met Brandy either, but I watch her. I'm a big fan.
That's what I mean. When I jumped in their chat the other night, I just went straight into chat and started chatting. Didn't say hi to John, didn't say hi to Brandy. And then a couple minutes passed and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to say hi. Hi, John. Hi, Brandy.
You're fine, April. You're fine, hon. It appears to be a child.
I had never met her.
Thank you, Flies on Coleslaw. It is a child. They went and found him. It's the same one that popped up the last time. I forget what name he was using then.
Beverly Chavez is fixing burgers. Who wants one? I'll take a burger.
I'll take one.
Nice cold beer to go with it.
Well, we love you guys too, hon. And you're both welcome anytime, together or apart, anytime you want to come up.
And I can always just go hide in my little corner when somebody else wants to take over.
You're not hiding nowhere.
Honestly, I just really felt like crap yesterday because my daughter-in-law took so long to get here. And then right as she got here and whatever happened with her car and Keith had to go out and fix it, you know, I told you, okay, give me the link. And right as I was doing that, you were already getting off. I felt like crap that I wasn't up there with you. But you had James, so you were just fine without me.
Well, yeah, I understand that people have real life scenarios that happen and YouTube is not their number one priority. Hey guys, I mean, as much as all of you all mean to me and you do mean the world to me, I have a life outside of YouTube. Not a big one, hardly at all, but I do have a life outside of YouTube, and I understand when other people have lives. And not everybody can be here every single time. Hey, sometimes, like yesterday, I said I wish that Jen was on here and she could have just took over while I went and took care of what I was doing. But she was gone. She had a life of her own, and I have to let her go sometimes like that.
Yep, and out of all of that yesterday, even with her being late, I still only got literally 2 minutes with Nugget. That's because I had to yell at her not to leave that baby in the hot car.
I'm whoever that is, I'm dropping the link. I don't know who that was, but anyways, guys, I'm sorry that there's no big hot topics today. We're just bored and wanted to talk to you guys.
It was a makeup stream because I was absent yesterday.
Happy Haggis. Good afternoon, Nana and chat. Your channel is sending love and hugs from Scotland. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. I have a question for you, Nana. I came in late. If you don't answer, I will understand. I'm thinking completely understand, because I can understand that also. Did that person ever send you that picture? I don't. Yes, she did. Shoot. How did I send that to you? Hang on a second and I'll email it to my computer and I'll show it to you guys. Yes, she did. Or no, it's on my email, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Dang it. Hey guys, I want to tell you something too about that picture. This picture that she sent me has people from the SDA church in it. And now Jen doesn't think that looks like summer.
No, I said at a quick glance, yes, it looks like summer, but if you sit there and dissect the picture, I don't think it does.
But the crazy thing about it is the person that evidently had posted the picture has the same name as someone else that is here in the case. Not in chat, but in the case. So as soon as it comes through on my email, guys, I'll open it up and show it to you. Okay. Okie doke. Share screen, share screen. Okay. Now, do y'all see her? This little girl right here. This one. I think she looks something like her in the one where she's got her head turned. Then we have, I don't think this one up here in the top is the one that they were talking about. That guy with the glasses looks a little bit familiar. But, see, it says Christmas caroling and passing out cookies with the Westville SDA church peeps. And Cynthia Bennett posted it on December the 4th, 2021. Isn't that wonderful? Did y'all see it?
Like I said, at a quick glance, I mean, if you just really quick look at it, yeah, it looks a lot like her with the short hair and everything.
Yeah.
But then it's
Mm.
after that, I don't really feel once you get to looking at it that it looks much like her.
Hi, Beth Ann.
Hello, I'm new to this, so
You're fine, sweetheart.
okay. Well, if I get to talking too fast, let me know because I'm bad at that. But okay, I have a whole different suspect. Mine is the Dudley guy, and I'll tell you why. Okay, back in the beginning of this, do y'all remember when there was it was on June 18th. There was a spotting of Summer in, I believe, what was the name of the place? Covington, Louisiana. Okay, it was at a church, like a real ritzy church. Well, it looked just like her. And I even did so much as like zoomed in. She had a mask on. This was on June 18th, so hot, hot, hot in Louisiana. Well, she had a mask on, so her face was covered. And the woman that took the picture supposedly did not know that Summer was even missing. She just took the picture because the girl looked so out of place, little girl, because this is like a real ritzy church or whatever. So she had on like an oversight. You remember that?
Yeah,
I remember.
Mountain Girl
Okay.
12 reported on that. Yeah, I think.
Well, they say they debunked it, but you know, you go on the internet to look it up and it disappears. I mean, Reddit has every post in Reddit has been deleted. You'll see where people comment on it and say that.
Right.
Well, I got to digging, and Dudley, you know, he's from that area. Like I googled his name, and I think like 5 of his locations were within like an hour, 30 minutes to that Covington church. So hey, maybe, but I really think that maybe him and Dawn had an arrangement, and then to do it just for the CPS deal and money, of course, and then Dawn wanted to like get her back, you know, because they both him and Candace have both mentioned her being with a rich lady. They both brought it up twice. Well, he brought it up twice. She brought it up once.
Right.
And I don't know. And then to me, I got bad vibes from him with his little interview. And then he's just been kind of, I don't know. And then it took him 6. And I remember when when Dawn was talking about Dudley, it's almost like he blamed him. He went ahead and blamed him just because if they caught him, he didn't want Dudley to be able to point the finger back at him and say, well, you knew too. So that's why he was blaming him out loud. And then whenever, because when he was talking about this guy, I was like, why isn't this guy coming forward? You know, either he's a really old man and doesn't have technology, or he's guilty. So it took him till January to come forward and say anything when Don's putting his name all out there, you know, who he is all out there about he's a suspect. Right. So it's just all a little funny to me. That's what I think. I feel like that.
Do you, by chance, and that sounds feasible, it does. By chance, do you still have that picture?
I do.
You do?
I do. And, oh, yeah, I was going to say, I zoomed in. Okay, so, you know, in the picture, she had on oversized shoes, a dress that didn't fit, you know, some were small for her age. Mm-hmm. And she didn't wear shoes, so she probably didn't come with any. Well, and they were talking about her hair, and her hair is longer in the picture, okay? But that's the thing with the milk picture. Who's to even say the milk picture was from that day? We don't know, because her hair was that same length as the milk picture on Mother's Day. So it would have grown by then. And maybe not that much, but who knows? But and then so I zoomed in on the hands, because that's the only thing really visible. Is like the side of her face and the hands. I zoomed in on the hands, and she has little man hands, like her knuckles are big or like something, you know, just little different hands for a little 5-year-old or 4-year-old, whatever she was.
Right.
And the hands are the same as hers. I've zoomed in on many pictures of it. I mean, they're the same, and they're just different for a little girl to me, I think. But yes, I do have the pictures. I have all the pictures.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, if you would care to share them, would you email me a copy?
I certainly will.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered, and I remember that was why Mountain Girl dropped off for a while, because she had caught such backlash over that picture, over that.
Yeah, that's who I heard it from originally. I was wondering who it was. That's who it was.
Yeah, Mountain Girl 220. She was one of the first ones that I started watching.
Me too, I think. Yeah.
When I was following the Summerwells case. And that seemed very logical to me. I mean, her theory about it, and it wasn't like she was saying, yes, this is her. She was literally doing what I do, which is ask, hey, what do you guys think? But then everybody started coming at her and saying that mother came out and claimed that child and all this. Well,
I haven't heard it.
Just because some woman comes out and claims, hey, this is my child, how dare you put her picture out there? That don't mean diddly.
Right. And if law enforcement, why isn't law enforcement, okay, like, why aren't they being Candace is not being interrogated. They're not interrogating them. She would be easy to crack. She's not real bright.
Right, exactly. Everybody
so they must know, or they know they did a sloppy case and they can't solve it without ironclad proof because they were so sloppy in it at first because that wasn't their expertise. They should have let the FBI and TBI are responsible for dropping the ball too because they should have took over that case. They were amateurs of that kind of case. They should have let them have that.
Right, I agree.
They should have took over from the beginning, not let them run the show.
I agree 100%, hon.
Everybody involved in this has dropped the ball.
They have. And now it could be too late. Hopefully not. But if she is with some lady, maybe that means she's alive.
Right. But it's still.
But I believe. I mean, out of all places, from here right there to I live in Tennessee too, but from there to Louisiana, and that she's in a literally like 30, 40, 1 hour is like the longest distance from all 5 different towns he lived in over there to Covington in all of Louisiana. I don't think that's coincidence.
The only thing I have to say about those pictures really quick is not only, they started coming at Mountain Girl 212, but somebody within Louisiana law enforcement did come out and say that this was looked into and it was not Summer. That's why I've never had much confidence in those pictures. I can't remember who I heard it from or where I heard it, but supposedly Louisiana police looked into it at the request of Tennessee.
I can't find anybody saying it. I've searched and searched and searched, and the poster being deleted just as quick as you put them out there. If you Google it, like I Google Summerwells, Louisiana is what I Google, and it'll come up like you can read in Reddit. There's a couple different posts where they say their posts were deleted. I mean, who has the power to go around the internet or the time to go around the internet and delete and post as soon as they hit?
Hey, Beth Ann, plain and simple fact, sweetheart. You're talking about it right now. If you send me copies of those pictures, I will put the story out there again on a video, and therefore nobody can delete it.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll send them to you right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna jump off here. I just wanted to share I'm so glad you let me come up and share it. I've been wanting to share that so much, but
you're absolutely welcome anytime, hon.
All righty.
Yeah, we'll get that out there.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, bye.
Bye.
If they start deleting videos off my channel, then we'll really know something's up.
Right. Well, like I said, I can't remember who I heard it from or where I heard it, but Louisiana supposedly, let me stress that word, supposedly checked out that information and determined that it was not Summer.
Right. I'd heard a little bit about that, but I figured it was just hearsay because I never could understand how. Okay, if that was the real mother, okay, fine. I understand her throwing a fit. But if it was a kidnapper or somebody who bought a child, well, of course they're going to come out and say, that's my child. How dare you put her on the internet? Get her off there. I mean, what else are they supposed to do? Oh, yeah, I'm guilty, folks. Go ahead, come arrest me. I'm sarcastic today. Please forgive me.
We're allowed to be once in a while.
Sounds good for me. Love you, Nana. I love you guys too. I really do. You give me more than what you think. Trust me. Isn't that right, Jen?
Yes, ma'am. I think you would be just as lost without us as we are without you.
Oh, well, no, I'd probably be more lost. Y'all have more of a life than I do.
I don't.
Well,
I have no.
me and you sit on the phone all the time, so yeah, me and you'd probably be
Besides
completely
go to
lost.
the chiropractor and wait for the grandbabies to show up.
My kids say that they don't allow me to go anywhere so I can't get sick and therefore croak. Not like they don't stop me from going anywhere I want to go. It's just their smart aleck attitude about things. They think that's funny.
Oh no, Brett tries to force me out of the house. Mom, you need to go out. No, I don't. Mom, you need to get out of the house. No, and you cannot make me. Come on, Mom, we're going somewhere. Brett?
Nana have been trying to find the video where the oldest son told Dawn, "It's not my fault," but I can't find it. It's like the videos is there, but that part is missing. There's been a bunch of those videos been edited, honey. There's another one, I forget who it was that was talking about that the other day. That where Leslie Earhart states that she was walking down the road about 7:00. That video is still out there, but that part has been taken out of it. And that makes you wonder. You really liked Beth Ann? You're right, Nana's Angels. Why would they want it up if they are guilty? Exactly. And I mean, that's hypothetical, but seriously, it's not like a criminal is going to, they're not going to just jump out and.
Right, here she is. Come and get me.
Who? Oh, yeah. I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
It's on Molly's channel. Files in DW's phone call with CM.
Yeah, I've always thought that it was a little bit suspicious how the oldest boy would say, "It's not my fault." Well, why would a child go and say that unless somebody was accusing them of it being their fault?
Right. And then if you put all those little things together, like everybody has been putting everything else together, if you put the scream together, and everybody, I've not heard anybody talking about where Candace screams and says, "What have you done?" Nobody's been talking about that. But
I've never heard it
after the scream, Candace supposedly, allegedly, was screaming, "What have you done?" And she was outside with the kids. And then for the little boys, one said one thing and the other one said something else. I forget what the other things was that was said. But if you put all four of those things together, that's why I said that would, not that you could ever forgive a parent for not calling 911 and doing the right thing. But if there would ever be a reason for a parent to try to hide something, it would be for another child. To protect another child. Jody Sue Brown didn't put that on her message to not even the scream that day, right? But it was Jody Sue that said that, right? That Candace was screaming, "What did you do?"
I do believe that, yeah, that was Jody Sue, because she said she could hear the entire conversation of everything going on up there. Or more specifically, she said she could hear Candace on FaceTime with Don when Candace went out of the driveway or whatever, when she went supposedly looking.
Yeah.
So if you're that nosy and you hear all of that and you're outside, then of course you would probably hear the whole, what did you do? Which is another reason that I always came up with there was an accident that possibly involved one of the boys.
I need a Wi-Fi booster for just these months. Well, what's going on? What's wrong with it? Am I lagging? Jen?
Bye, Mickey. Oh, you're not lagging on my end.
Bye, Mickey. Have a great day, sweetheart.
Okay, Beverly says, I think it was Jody Sue who screamed when she discovered her son, Damien, with Summer.
Oh, wow.
Hey, anything's possible in this case.
Okay, Blue Eyes, I appreciate that.
I mean, I don't discount anything as far as this is concerned anymore, honestly. Do you ever lay down at night and something from all the conversations gets stuck in your head and you just dwell on it all night?
Every day of my life, hon. That's why I have to fall asleep watching TV or watching YouTube or something.
No, I go back over the entire year's worth of conversations and interviews that I have seen, and it gets stuck there, and then that's when new questions pop up.
Well, thank you for subbing. Queen of O'Hara. I don't have my glasses on. I've lost them again. And no, Jen, they're not on top of my head.
You knew it was coming.
Yes, I did. All I got to do is say glasses, and you say, look on your head.
It's up there with your Post-it notes, your reminder notes.
I need to start doing something. Everybody asks that. Can I give my opinion about that? Everybody says, well, why did the dogs go straight to Jody Sue's feet? Can somebody please send me a copy of a video where anybody besides Jody Sue says it?
Yeah, I've heard somebody say that there's the video out there. I have personally never seen it.
I've never seen it. And if we're just going on what Jody Sue has been saying a lot of stuff lately. If half of what Jody Sue says is true, Andy would have already been in prison for this. I mean, how can you sit and call bullcrap on some of the stuff that she says and then believe that the dogs came straight to her feet? That's just another thing to get attention on her, to have people interested in her and what she's saying. Guys, y'all have to understand, if it is even true about how Andy treated her all those years, that means she sat up on that mountain with no friends, nobody but Candace, taking care of her kids, having to deal with Andy running around cheating on her and leaving her sit up there 24 hours a day. And when this happened and people started listening to what she actually had to say and talking to her and paying her attention and making her the spotlight, she was in seventh heaven, guys. Of course, she's going to say anything and everything she can to keep that attention on her because it's something that she's never had.
Angie Styles says, did you just see what BK just posted? Very important.
No, what was it?
I would have no clue. I don't watch him.
Well, I'm just saying, Angie, tell us what it was, honey, because like
Angie, you can definitely come up and tell us if you would
oh
like.
yeah, absolutely. I'll drop the link for you.
I'm going to use the baby's phone and go into YouTube on that and see if I can find anything.
See right there, Dave Rader said that the dogs, and as a matter of fact, when Duty Ron did an interview with him last Wednesday night, he, as a matter of fact, said that he didn't trust the scent that the dogs were picking up. I want to put that in there too. But German Shepherd Mom says, I watched Duty Ron video this morning. Dave Rader said that the dogs hit on the bottom of the driveway. Nothing about hitting on someone's feet.
Okay, I'm in here on Benny's channel, and 1 hour ago, it says Jose Roman, dead man tells no lies. Very eerie session about, oh, no, sorry, wrong one. So no, I am not seeing anything that Benny has recently posted.
Angie, if you want to come up.
Except the new visitor that I shared with you this morning from Evil Exams.
Right. No, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Angie, I'm dropping the link.
Yep, 12 hours ago, he posted Enchanted Life Path, Ida.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
The body part.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I see nothing that really stands out.
Oh, here's Cold Case with Crystal says, his video says Jody Sue Brown tied her mom to a bed and tried to set her on fire. It's on the Hitman channel. Wow. When did this supposedly happen? Do you know? No, I meant when did she do this? Not when did he post it?
5 minutes ago.
That's when he posted the video.
Well, now I'm seem to be on a leg behind you, because usually I see everything before you, and now I'm seeing it after you.
Right. Crystal says she has no clue when it's supposed to have happened.
Well, I suppose if any of us sat there and actually listened to them, we might figure it out, but I don't use my brain capacity for something like that. Yep, sure enough.
Yep, sure enough what?
It's, yeah, on my end, it says that he posted that 8 minutes ago. I might actually have to go in and listen to it. Oh, it's just a short clip. It's not even like a full-blown video or anything. Just a short 1 minute clip.
Well, according to whoever it was that did that video yesterday about her, it sounds awful strange because yesterday her family swears up and down they didn't have a clue anything was even going on.
Right?
They didn't even know that Jody Sue had a Facebook page or a YouTube channel or nothing else. That kills me. That's my gripe, my complaint. Why are all these people on here posting about, why do we care? I mean, I don't believe it happened, is why I'm being so nonchalant about it. But why do we care if she tied her mom to a chair and tried to set the house on fire? That's just him trying to get views and clicks, talking about another creator, if you want to call her that. Just like her telling all the stories she's telling, trying to get views and clicks and attention. It makes no sense. It's not helping find Summer. It's not doing one damn thing to benefit this case. It's stupid. And I do believe that if I had my say about it, YouTube should take down the next person that posts something about another creator that doesn't actually have some kind of factual or something to benefit this case in it about Summer. If they put Summer's name on it, it needs to have something in it that benefits the case. I'm sorry, I'm just getting agitated. This is bull crap. That baby's been gone for almost a year, and all these people are out here earning all this dang money for talking shit about everybody else and calling it true crime. Yeah, it is true crime. It sure the shit is. It's a damn crime that these idiots can get on here and fucking talk about each other like they're talking and get paid for it and call it in the name of Summerwells. That's a damn crime.
Yeah, I agree. If you're going to put her name in the title, then your topic should be about her. I mean,
What?
how many times do you put something out and her name isn't even in the title and we still end up talking about her?
But the thing is you can put her name on it and the topic can be about her. And he could actually, what he just put out could, well, the neighbor of Summerwells has been said to have done this. That would be about Summer. That would relate to Summer. But is it benefiting this case or benefiting Summer in any kind of way? No. That's why I think if it has something to do with another creator, it should not even be allowed on YouTube. And if it does anything except benefit the case or trying to help the case at more than 3 times, they need to be banned. Not everybody has the morals I have, I guess. Not saying that I'm better than anybody. I'm not. But it just burns me up. This baby is missing.
Some are out there for those clicks and views and the money, like the video you put out, what was it, yesterday, day before? Which side do people want to be on? You know, the side with the truth and the facts, or the side that tries to find the facts, or the side that is only putting content out there for the clicks and the views and the dollar signs?
I don't know, Angie, if her sister contacted anybody. And I'm not saying that the person that did that video is lying in any kind of way. But with the way things are going, you have to wonder if that's even her sister. We have no way of proving it. I mean, the woman did say, oh, you can't go on there. You can't talk to her. You can't bother this woman. You can't do. Well, and the woman never came out and spoke in person. And as we darn well know, people can have all kinds of YouTube pages and all kinds of Facebook pages under all sorts of names. I can make up one right now and put Angie Styles in front of it and come on this same page where you're sitting right now, Angie, and say all kinds of sorts of things and make it look like you're saying it. And plain and simple fact is there's nothing that anybody can do about it when people do that.
That's Beverly says right under that Damien was seen running through the woods and set off the alarm in the Wells driveway the day that Summer got gone.
Allegedly.
Alleged. Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. That's alleged because there's no physical proof of that. That's just, more stuff that people have come up with to make content.
I know, April, and I do apologize, guys. Y'all don't come here to hear me bitch. And I shouldn't let these people. I shouldn't let these people get to me, but it breaks my heart.
But Nana, sometimes you need to vent. And we're your sounding board, so who better to vent to than us?
Right. And things are worked out, April, by the way, just to let you know. Sorry I didn't let you know.
because
Things are
every
fine.
pisses you off pisses us off too.
Thank you, evil. When evil entered. I'll get it right here in a minute. Yes, I got your email, FBI, and yes, I just got through showing your picture that you sent me. Thank you, Susan. I'm sorry, folks. It just burns me up the way these people are out here acting. None of us know the truth or have the facts. It is all speculation, and the speculation, arguments, and disagreements on YouTube. What pisses me off, right?
Oh, we still only have one fact out of the past year, and that is summer is gone.
Right. Mr. Chris who?
I'm assuming that's Chris McDonough, because he did say in one of his videos that he hasn't left the house.
Oh.
Which I think means his brain has not wandered away from that house, that whatever happened, happened there. At least that's how I took that. But I do have a tendency to take shit the wrong way a lot of the time, so I could have read that totally wrong when he said that.
Right. No, that's what she meant. Sorry, guys, I don't follow Chris, so I don't know what he's saying or what he isn't. I watched back when the interviews were happening. I watched all those. I tried after that going into a couple of his chats, and I have my own theories and opinions about that, and we're just going to leave it at that. But one of his biggest fans was in here yesterday, and we had a long talk last night, and she in fact was supposed to be calling him and seeing if he would come on this panel. I doubt that he will. I don't expect him to. He wouldn't even acknowledge me in his chat. So, but she's going to try to get him on here. So
don't feel bad, Nana. He has never acknowledged me in chat either. And back in the beginning of this, I used to watch him religiously.
Okay, April C says, I'm close to finishing the case when you have an engineering degree and a double major in computer science. Just because you're not close, stop that are close, please. Who's doing that, April?
I was going to say, what did I miss?
Beth Ann says it, but I have actually always thought she was just super thirsty for attention and wants to stay relevant. She's gross, in my opinion. Jody Sue, right? And that's, yeah. I think, close to what I just said.
Jody Sue at this point is doing anything to stay relevant to this case.
Jody Sue's doing whatever it takes to be relevant to any person, not just to this case. It's just this is the only opportunity she has to be relevant.
Yep, attention seeking.
Thank you, April. I was wondering what was going on. I didn't understand.
Yep, I was scrolling back up through chat to see what I missed.
What time is it, ladies?
3:17.
Yeah, we've been on here for 2.5 hours, guys. I believe we're going to call it a day. If that's all right with you, no filter.
Oh, it's fine with me, honey.
Oh, no, I forgot. No filter knows what it is. If you remember it real quick, can you sling it in there for us?
Yes, I have several of them written down, honestly.
My mods, the 8.5 has a new screen name, and Flies on the Coleslaw is going to put it in chat so that we all know what it is. No, sweetheart, this is not members only. I don't do members only. I don't believe in making people pay to hear me talk. I don't believe in making people pay for me to talk to them. Hence why I do not get all the cash apps and all that stuff that all these other channels get. If people want to donate, they can, but I try not to make anybody feel like they have to do that, because I'm just like you. I'm a viewer, and I just want to find that baby. I don't hold myself upon a pedestal and make people feel like they have to pay to talk to me or to have their say heard.
Okay, there's 2 of the aliases.
Okay. Yeah, it was morning talk and chat. Yeah. So, anyways, guys,
Yeah, coffee shop too. That's the other one.
I appreciate you all showing up. I appreciate all your comments, all your help. The more people we have working on this together, the sooner hopefully it'll get solved, or we can bring her home, or we'll have something. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Jen. Don't know what I would do without you, sweetheart.
You don't have to worry about it. I'm not going nowhere.
All right.
And I will probably talk to you here in a few short minutes.
All right. Guys, don't forget to love your parents, love your kids, love your pets, and do something nice for somebody today. Just all it takes is 2 minutes. Say something good to them. Make them feel good about themselves. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for fun night, okay? It's going to be right here on Nana's Angels. And we've got something special I hope you'll enjoy. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, guys. Bye.